Checking out some new knives from Keto, and this one's actually one that I had a prototype of, and this is the Griffin. But this, we're gonna check this out here in 1 second. The Griffin has a TIC coating over the M390. Now, I didn't know what TIC was, but it sounds like it's similar to DLC. It's a 9 to 9.5 on the hardness scale. 10 would be diamond, so it's just under diamond's hardness, so which is pretty much what DLC's at. I believe DLC might even be a 10, I'm not positive, but right there. So it should have a high HRC hardness or whatever. Basically, it's just referring to its scratch resistance, especially being, you know, a thin coating like this. So it should be pretty durable. And, you know, M390 is already very corrosion resistant. So, and is a hard steel if they, you know, HRC'd it high. I'm not sure the HRC that they're doing, but it has a harpoon drop point blade. Love that blade shape. Sharpening choil is amazing. Like, you know, typically I like them rounded, but this is kind of cool how they did this because you have all of that life to sharpen all the way back to here. So just imagine that. Now, this is not a traditional button lock. It actually is a liner lock or compression lock. It's basically a compression lock with a button attached, which is very cool. Love, love, love to see that. Now, I do notice that there's actually a stop pin that hits right there. So actually you can't sharpen all the way back there. You can only sharpen up to there, but that is a lot of life. You can see right where the stop pin hits. So that's plenty of life. By the time, you know, you get rid of that much steel, the knife, you know, isn't going to be very useful to you most likely. Not that you couldn't still use it, but titanium scales, titanium mill pocket clip. We have a titanium back spacer that has some pockets in there, making it almost look like it's a floating. The detent is great because the compression lock allows a knife to have a detent very similar to a liner lock, which in my opinion, a liner lock or a frame lock pretty much has the most consistent, or should I say, the best detent for the most part. There's a couple other types that are even better in my opinion, like the magnetic detent and things like that, but for the most part, liner locks and frame locks give or allow it to have the most consistent breaking detent that's the most satisfying for deployment. So this has a very satisfying detent, and it has lots of forms of deployment. You got the fuller, you got the hole that you can thumb or reverse flick, you got the front flipper that you can use in all different ways, that you can also even just place your thumb on and slow roll it all the way around. Then you have the regular flipper. Then you have the button that you can just flip it out with. So lots of deployment options with this one. It does have a reversible clip, which is pretty cool. Carbon fiber. It's a shred carbon fiber inlay, and I like the color combination. It looks good with the black and gray. It looks damn good. Very ergonomic. Rock solid lock up. Another thing why I love this locking system, it's a nice tough locking system and a very fidget friendly locking system. So yeah, the Keto Griffin, I will try to link whatever I can down in the description if I do have a link for this stuff. Now this next one is the Buckhorn. And this is a Ken Onion design. I did get to check this out at Blade Show very shortly, so this is cool getting it in hand. Now, the pivot on here is exactly how we're actually going to be doing a pivot very soon with our logo around the pivot collar. So it almost looks like a bullet, kind of like this one. Whew! Man, this thing has a great detent. Holy cow, this thing is snappy. Man, very, very smooth. My goodness, that's great detent. Like I was saying before, the frame locks and liner locks, man, the thumb studs have this ramp with the texturing that is so good because it literally is exactly how my thumb wants to land there. It's so comfortable. Yet, while being very comfortable, it has the perfect texturing so that you're not going to slip. It's just going to grip you back and fire. Regardless if it's the reverse flick or thumb flick, both of them, man. Both of them, they hammer out there, especially that thumb, because you have a lot more power with your thumb. Then the flipper tab, if you look at how high it is relative to the pivot. It's so high. So even without a detent, this thing would flip open pretty good. But then you add this detent, and my goodness, does this thing slap. Very, well, I'm not gonna say very, it's a fairly comfortable flipper tab. It's kind of up high in the corner, so you kind of feel like you scoop down when you use it, which has a satisfying feeling to it. The S35 VN, I'm gonna call it a sheep's foot blade. I personally love this blade shape. It's somewhat of like a modified sheep's foot. It narrows out up here at the tip. This is gonna be a great utility cutter. And you know, you got a lot of edge there for slicing. The handle, it swells out right here. So it goes from a little bit thicker to narrow, back to thicker, back to narrow, which basically is exactly kind of how your palm is. So it feels very comfortable in the hand while also still feeling pretty slim. The clip on it is a little small, and it does have quite a bit of tension. Let me try throwing it in. Yeah, I think the ramp could definitely be bigger. I mean, it'll be okay for a lot of people, but look at how low the ramp is. It needs to have a higher ramp because my thick jeans won't go underneath that, but luckily I'm not wearing them right now, otherwise I might even complain. I do like this pattern around the pivot collar and under the clip and on the clip. Kind of offers like a two-toned finish. This micro milling is very heavy. Like, I mean, you can, as soon as you get it in hand, that's the first thing you feel is that texturing in a good way. Feels really good. Now, all in all, I really like this. This thing's really cool. I do have a couple negatives though. One being the lock bar access. The lock bar access is not great. I mean, it's okay, it's not horrible, but if they would have just cut that back just a little bit, it's a little narrow right there. So when you disengage it, it's not sharp, but it's narrow. So it could be more comfortable. Not that it's bad, not that it hurts or that it's sharp, but it could be a lot more comfortable with a lock bar cutout so that you're not hitting like that little corner of, you know, the face of the lock bar in order to disengage it. The next thing would be the clip. You know, the clip's ramp. There's plenty of room back here. There's just not room to get under, and they landed it right behind the cutouts. These cutouts could have went on the, oh, they did do one on the inside, so they did a little bit of both. But I have to try it out a little bit more, try it out with my different jeans and stuff. This is just the first impressions. I'm just unboxing them and checking them out. But, you know, from what I can tell, the ramp needs to be bigger so far. But the sharpening tool and plunge grind is well done. Good job there. They ended the plunge grind right there, so you do have life to sharpen off. All in all, man, I do like this thing quite a bit. Man, I think it's very well done, well designed. The action's insane. It just has a really satisfying action to it. And even at Blade Show, I was really surprised. I was like, man, this thing's pretty damn cool. You know, the negatives, I wouldn't call them deal breakers at all. But, you know, yeah, I wouldn't call them deal breakers at all. Let's actually look at this next to the Griffin so we can look at the size difference. They are fairly the same size, you know, almost the same size. But anyways, there you guys go. If you guys like this type of content, I'll put some cards up on the screen for you to click on to watch more. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.